Guys, so right now we're in line for Rafiki's Kilimanjaro Safari, and you're gonna come along with us.
There's another one right behind her. They're the second tallest antelope on the reserve. A couple of them right here. Now the male greater kudu's horns are actually the longest of all the antelope, almost 6 feet in length.
He's peeing.
Lots more bongos. If you look to the right, the horns on rhinos are not actual horns, they're not attached to their skulls. If you look on the left side, there are quite a few of them right behind that island. A group like that is called a bloat of hippos. They can hold their breath on there for about 5 to 8 minutes, depending on their activity level. On the island, pink-backed pelicans, they get their name from the color on their backs during their mating season. Regulate their body temperature. It looks kind of ominous, but they're just trying to cool down. They can reach about 16 to 20 feet in length, fully grown. In the wild, they live around 40 years. In captivity, about twice so long. Change ecosystems. We're going to move into the Serengeti grassland. Just ahead on the right side of the path, there's a baobab tree, also known as an upside down tree. If you look at the branches, you'll see they look a lot like the roots, giving it that name. And we're entering the savanna. Now, this is home to some of the most famous animals. And the animals here shape the landscape with their eating habits. Elephants push trees over for food. Giraffes eat the under canopy of the trees. Grazing animals eat the grass. All of that combined gives a savanna diversity look it normally has. And there are quite a few wildebeest just down here. Now as you come around the turn, look at the under canopy of the trees out there, almost a straight line all the way across. That's as high up as the giraffes can reach with their mouth. Everything below that point gets eaten. Wildebeest got their name from the Afrikaans for wild beast, easy enough. There's another giraffe behind the tree on the right. And a few more just ahead of us. The wildebeest can run well over 40 miles per hour. Now, giraffes are the tallest animals. They top out at around 20 feet. Out here, these are Maasai or Maasai giraffes. Have this irregular kind of jagged pattern on the coat. Big mature male here on our right, and he's eating that under canopy. I do like it when they illustrate my points. A group of giraffes standing around like that, that is called the Tower of Giraffes. If that group is on the move, it would be called the Journey of Giraffes. Over on the left, there are some painted dogs laying in the grass over there. They look a little bit cuddly. They're not. They are the most successful predatory mammals in Africa, more than lions or cheetahs or hyenas. And if you ever get a chance to hear them, they don't bark. They sound like squeaky toys. It's really, really cute. Makes you want to go there and pet them. Don't do that. All right, zebra is coming up on the left, a little past them, back there, reddish brown. Those are sable antelope. Curved horns are a deterrent to predators that might want to jump on their backs. These are mountain zebras, also known as Hartmann zebras. Very young male right there. Their stripe pattern is really close together, really dense. About to cross our path are some springbok. These are the smallest antelope on the reserve, and they get their name because when they're alarmed, they start jumping or springing. They jump really, really far. It's called pronking. Very cool to watch. Looks like they have springs built into their feet when they do that. They're also one of the fastest land animals. These little guys can go up to 60 miles an hour. Pretty incredible. Termite mounds all around. They're taking the hot sun all day to get hard as concrete. When they wear down like the one on the right, animals like the antelope or the dogs will climb up there, gives them a great view. And we're going to get out of the way because these giraffes aren't going to stop.
Oh my god.
Another zebra on
Do
our
it that
left.
way.
Another little baby over there as well.
Oh my god.
If you notice under the zebra's neck, there's a little bit of extra skin hanging there. That's called a dewlap, and they are the only type of zebra that has that. Alright, another good look at the wildebeest coming up on the right. They make up the largest, most densely packed herds of all mammals, except for one, and that would be us. Wildebeest are also known as ewes. That's because of the sound that they make. Written G and U, pronounced U. And another Hartmann zebra just ahead. Now the two beige animals right there eating grass are called Patterson's eland, and they are the largest of the antelope. Mature female, kind of mature female on the right, young male there as well. All the way across, Ankole cattle, check out the horns up there. Now right over here under the palm trees by the giraffe, that is a bull Ankole cattle. Look at the size and the span of those horns. His horns are about 5 feet long each. They're made of a honeycomb material inside, and blood flows in there. They're like radiators. That regulates their body temperature. The giraffe on our left. And another one. Savannah is kind of like a superhighway for animals. Millions of them migrate back and forth every year. But it's an important ecosystem to protect. A lot of animals depend on it. Otherwise, they're able to keep up with the rains and water, stay ahead of jobs. Just ahead through the trees, there is an elephant right on the other side over there. Elephants are the largest land animals. Full-grown males average around 12,000 pounds. On the left side, if you look up on those rocks, just behind that fallen branch, there's a mandrill. They're the largest of the monkeys. Let's see if we can find another one that's easier to see. They all have red and blue on their snouts. Their alpha male will have that color on his backside as well. It's a little bit difficult to see them when they're not moving. If you look way back to the left, just past that fallen tree against the rocks, the alpha male is walking right behind it.
I can't see.
Alright, see if we got another view of the elephant coming up on the right. The elephant herds are made up of females and their young. When the males reach maturity, they have to leave the herd. Sometimes when they're younger, they'll join these small bachelor groups, and there you go. So the elephant a little further back is mom, and the one closer to us is her daughter. Mature male elephants get really aggressive, unpredictable. It's not really safe for them to be around the herd at that point. We're going to go very slow, pulley once again. This bridge doesn't look great. Doesn't really sound that good either, but it does feel work just fine most of the time. On the right side there are tusk marks. So elephants won't eat red clay. That provides them with minerals, especially in their diet. Supplement for them. Researchers here at Harambe Wildlife Reserve found that elephants are really afraid of bees, so they developed beehive fences for use around farms. When the elephants bump the fence, bees come out buzzing. The sound scares the elephants away, and we avoid a conflict between them and the farmers, and that's always a good thing. There's a couple of elephants just ahead. Now you can see them flap their ears. They have a lot of blood vessels in their ears. When they flap them, the air circulating cools that blood down. So that cools down their body temperature. You'll also see most elephants will be covered in dirt. They spray that on. It's like natural sunscreen for them. And there's a couple of elephants just on the other side of that baobab tree right there. Ankole cattle over on the right. Look at the thickness of the horns on that female scratching herself over there. And another look at the elephant on the left.
Oh, look.
All right, greater flamingos. They're the largest and the lightest in color of the flamingos. They get their color from the brine shrimp that they eat, which is really high in keratin. And if you look on the island, there are some baby flamingos. The one closest to us is also the youngest out there right now, about 2 weeks old. The tallest one over on the right side is about a month old. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. One of the questions we get about the flamingos, why are they standing on one leg? Nobody really knows that for sure. Some people think they're trying to conserve body heat. Some people think they're resting. Everyone agrees. If they bring up that second leg, they are going to fall. Science. See the elephants all the way across. Really cool. There's a few white rhinos just ahead. White rhinos are about twice the size of black rhinos, like the one we saw earlier. These guys average about 5,500 pounds. They run at 35 miles an hour. It's pretty incredible for an animal that size. A group of them is called a crash. Now, right now, those rhinos can hear us, they can smell us, they can't see us. They have terrible, terrible eyesight. They need to be about 10 feet away before they can see us clearly. And we're going to make a point not to make any loud sounds because they can react to sound. That's how they get that name, crash.
What the heck is
Watch the ears kind of pivot around. That's how they keep track of us. If you're wondering what separates the rhinos from us, we have that tree right there. It is incredible how fast they can move. They are very, very light on their feet. And there's a couple of rhinos on our right. One just getting up. Luckily, we have that tree. All right, if you look back towards the left, there's a cheetah lane right there in that clearing. Just over the fallen trees there. Cheetahs are the fastest land mammals. They run well over 60 miles an hour. They have teardrop-looking marks under their eyes that help them with the glare from the sun. And they're one of the few big cats that will hunt during the daytime, so it's really helpful. A very long, thick tail that acts like a rudder, stabilizes them when they're running really fast. Rock formation ahead is called a copy. Animals climb up there, gives them a great view. You can see their predators are coming around and their prey. And there's a lion. There's a big male lion right there. Look at that on that flat rock. Beautiful. Lions are one of the few big cats that will hunt as a group or a pride. Females do the majority of that hunting. It takes a lot of energy, and they will rest or sleep about 20 hours a day. They're nocturnal, so this time of day, that's kind of what they do. I think they look really cool doing just that. On a sadder note, about 100 years ago, there was almost 250,000 lions out there. 25 years ago, when the Lion King movie came out, there was only about 40,000 of them left. And right now, there's only about 20,000, so really bad trend. Pretty sad to think about a world without lions in it. There's a female lion right there by the tree, 2 of them. Very cool. That makes for a nice picture. You're going to post that on social media, hashtag best safari driver ever. Just an option. Oh, actually, you could look at the male from here. Look at that. Beautiful. That's another good picture.
It's so bumpy.
There's a warthog laying down all the way back to the left. Right by the rocks back there. Warthogs are the largest burrowing mammals in Africa. These are tusks for digging and for defending themselves. An ostrich laying down here on the left as well. They're the largest birds. They are flightless, thank goodness. They can run up to about 40 miles per hour. Alright, little guys on the right side, white face and horns are called bontebok. A bontebok were actually hunted to extinction in the wild.
Look at the eggs.
There's only about 17 of them out there. A farmer had some on his land and they were able to use them and start a breeding program. And after many decades, they're about to start releasing bontebok into the wild. So, really cool thing there. Nice success for conservation. White rhinos back there get their name from the Afrikaans word fight. It doesn't refer to their color. It actually refers to how wide or fight their mouth is. The mouth is perfect for grazing. They are herbivores. Alright, a little further up, there's a white and tan animal. I think we're going to get a look at it when we come around the turn. Called a scimitar horned oryx. And they get that name because their horns look like scimitar swords. There it is. Look past those little palm trees. Now, really cool thing is these guys can go up to 9 months without drinking water. They get their water from the vegetation they eat. Not so cool thing, my very first safari, that scimitar horned oryx right in front of us. As soon as I said all that, he walked over here on the right and drank water. Right, but if you don't think you can go 9 months, you just don't have to. Water's right there, it makes sense. It wasn't personal, even though he looked at me the entire time he drank. Alright, with that, we're at the outskirts of Harambe Village, and it means our safari is ending. If you want to see more animals, you can walk down the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. A lot of cool stuff. If you're interested in helping protect wild animals, you can reach out to any of the conservation associations out there, including our own. And you can make donations for really anything you can do to raise awareness.
The safari was amazing.
And that could be as simple as shooting photographs or videos you've taken. Just having a conversation, talking about some of the issues facing the animals, all of it helps.